Hello, baseball fans, and welcome. MLB The Show with a good one coming at you. It's the New York Yankees and the Texas Rangers. Along with Chris Singleton, I'm John Sciambi. Chris, one guy having a big year for this club, leading the team in home runs and runs batted in, Nate Walker.
Yeah, Boogie's one of the pillars of this lineup, and when you have a guy like that that's so consistent and so productive, you want to make sure you can do whatever you can to get him to the plate. Get him as many at-bats as you can in a ball game. If you do that, you got a really good chance of scoring a lot of runs.
First pitch moments away. Our starting pitcher in this one, Martin Perez.
He's had his ups and downs in his career as his ERA is just over 4, but this is a guy that's not afraid. He's going to take the ball. He's going to go out there and give it his best.
So just about set. And now the shortstop, Isaiah Kiner-Falefa. The 1-2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And there's one down.
Man, I really like the ability to bounce back right there after not getting a call he probably should have gotten. He didn't let it affect his focus, and he came back with another good pitch to get him swinging.
And stepping in for the Yankees, Don Mattingly. The wind of the pitch. Misses outside, 2-1. Next pitch is popped up. Miller brings it in, and there's 2 down. As we take a look now at the New York Yankees lineup, it features a great veteran presence, Giancarlo Stanton.
Well, last year had over 90 RBIs, fell short of that 100 benchmark milestone, but you know he's got motivation to come out this year and reach that number. He's just a quality hitter, sound mechanics, and look for him to be a big run producer in this lineup.
Now front, pulls that one foul. Now it's 3-2. No score, just getting started, top of the first. Right side, hard hit. Dives, but it kicks off his glove. Tosses to the pitcher covering the bag. And that is that. Yanks held in check. And now the Rangers will get their shot in a scoreless ball game. It's Major League Baseball on the show. Bottom of the first. And getting to start, Garrett Cole. Singy, he's a guy that can rack up a lot of strikeouts.
Comes into this start sporting a lifetime ERA just over 3. He's been pretty great for most of his big league career. Can't wait to watch him in this one.
Bottom of the first. Now here's the Rangers DH, Michael Young. And a 1-2. And that's downstairs and outside. And downstairs. And that's ball 4.
What a battle. It's not always easy laying off a 3-2 pitch, and I tell you what, he earned that walk.
Here's Nathaniel Lowe. The 1-1. Young on the go. There's a ball. Posada. Tag. Great throw.
Usually when you see a team try to steal a base in the early innings, it tells you they want to be aggressive on offense. Try to force the defense to make plays and slow them down. That's exactly what they did right there. So we'll see if that caught stealing changes the offensive approach moving forward.
2 balls and a strike. Here it comes. This is again 5 in a row. Good plate appearance there. Able to take the walk.
Well, he tried to nibble right there and just missed his spot. Hitter didn't offer at it. Now he has somebody to worry about over at first.
Runner on at first with one gone. Next up, it's the first-year shortstop, Nate Walker. That one fouled off, 2-2.
Great swing and solid contact. Just a little too quick. He's got to stay back a little longer.
2-2 now. Oh, and now a wild pitch. To second, pulls him off the bag.
You hear people talk about letting the ball travel so often in terms of a hitting approach, and that's a great example why right there. If he's willing to let that curveball get a little deeper into the zone before he commits, he's way more likely to recognize that it's making a beeline for the dirt. On the other side, still a nice two-strike pitch, though.
Swing and a miss, 3-2 now. The pitch. Swing and a foul ball at the plate. They'll do it again. Man on second, 2 down. Swing and a high fly ball in the air left field. Way back there. And it's gone. Home run. He made him pay for that one. His second of the year. It's 2-0.
Was a hanger, and pitchers typically don't get away with making a mistake like that, and right there he made him pay.
And now the catcher comes up to hit. Pudge Rodriguez. Line drive, base hit. So he gets on base and keeps it going.
2 consecutive base hits for these guys here. That's about as textbook as it gets. Got his stride and load out of the way early. He stayed inside that ball and squared it up out front. Man, that was like he was in the cage hitting off a tee.
Runner at first with 2 away. Brad Miller now. The pitch. Swing and a miss. And he's down on strikes. Good job at damage control right there. Texas plates 2 on the homer. It's now a 2-0 ball game. And welcome back. Second inning set to go. And now the big time power threat, Mickey Mantle. The wind to kick the pitch.
Well, after putting up a nice inning on offense, got some runs across, this is where you look for the starter to go out there, have a shutdown inning. Don't give that other team any hope. You just hope that he can get through this inning, get the bats back up there while they're hot.
Matthew Ross behind the plate. Pitcher's umpire.
Yeah, pitchers that work side to side effectively love being on the mound with Ross calling balls and strikes, Boog. If you can command your stuff on the outer edges of the strike zone, he will reward you.
Grounded to low, and he handles it himself for the out. Singy, what kind of strike zone is most frustrating for hitters?
I'd say off the plate, away, and down. And why? Those are the toughest locations to hit the baseball.
Giancarlo Stanton to the plate now. As the game has moved along, we see more and more information supplied by team. Here's a swing and a drive left field, and he knew it. Towering home run from Stanton, and they're on the scoreboard. It's 2-1.
Knew what pitch he wanted to hit, spit on some other pitches in this at bat, was very patient, and it paid off.
Here's the catcher to hit, Jorge Posada. The next pitch misses, 2-1.
Count is 2-1.
And now the lefty, way high. One down, base is empty. Oh, now this one's high and deep. Way back there. On its way. Gone. His first homer of the year, and we're all square. It's 2-2.
Back-to-back jacks, and this club is fired up right now, Boog. I mean, this is the kind of thing where you really start to notice hitters in a lineup feeding off each other, and the collective confidence just continues to grow.
And next for New York, Alfonso Soriano. Hitless in 4 at-bats yesterday. The pitch. Foul ball.
He gave up a couple of runs in the first. His offense picked him up. It's time for him to settle in now and throw up some zeros on that scoreboard.
Ground ball up the middle. Semien collects it. Out on the off-balance throw.
First of all, that's just a nice job to even get to that ball. And then even more impressive was the throw. Off balance. Had to try to, in the air, get his shoulders turned and make a strong throw. Does show off the strength of the arm. We're usually used to seeing that kind of arm strength from the shortstop.
Tied up here in the early going. Next offering misses. 2-1.
Count is 2-1.
Here's a high fly ball out to center. Cruz under it. He's got it, and that'll end the inning. But the long ball was working in this inning. Not once, but twice. And we're deadlocked now at 2 apiece. Bottom half of inning number 2. And now the center fielder, Adolis Garcia. Fouled off again. And it remains 3-2. On the ground to third. LeMahieu gets it to first. 1 up, 1 down.
Deceptive slider right there. Stayed in the tunnel a long time. Got that hitter out front. Rolled over it. Put it on the ground.
Here is Marcus Semien. And the right-hander deals. And a foul ball. He stays alive. Next offering is fouled back.
Look out. That ball was smoked. Man, I am so relieved that they have this netting down the lines. Just ensures safety for the fans. Last thing as a player, you want to look up and see a fan get hit.
Into center. Mantle settles under it and makes the catch. And there's 2 down.
Batting ninth, the left fielder, Nick.
Here's Nick Solak. The 1-1. Swing and a foul back. That's out of play. The wind to the pitch. And a foul ball. Right field down the line, and that one slices foul. The 1-2 stays alive.
Also really good at bat. What I like about this guy, his bat stays in the zone for a long time. Gives him the ability to foul off tough pitches.
Next pitch misses. 2 balls, 2 strikes to count with 2 outs. Two outs. Swing and a miss. The velocity blasted it right past him. And the Rangers set down in order. Score remains 2-2. Top half of the 3rd inning, and stepping in for the Yankees, DJ LeMahieu. Here's a 1-1. Good eye right there.
He needs a quick 1-2-3 this time around. Last inning, threw a lot of pitches.
The 2-1. And that's outside.
First pitch strike from the pitcher, but then no panic at all by the hitter. Very patient, showing good discipline. Now he's in the driver's seat with the 3-1 count.
And now a full count. Kicks and fires. To the right side. Low. Steps on the bag and 1 away in the top of the 3rd.
Now batting, shortstop, Isaiah Kiner-Falefa.
Isaiah Kiner-Falefa up to the plate. The 1-1. Swing and a ball hammered left field. Way back there. Cut on and miss. Struck him out. And there's 2 down. And now the first baseman, Don Mattingly. This guy is one of the best athletes in the sport. The wind and the pitch. And a foul ball.
With 2 out and nobody on, you want to go right after this guy. He's the number 2 hitter, which means if he gets on, you've got some thunder coming up behind him.
This one popped up. He's got it. And that is out number 3. Down in order go the Yankees. And this game is still tied at 2-2. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. And now it's the Rangers leadoff hitter, Michael Young. It's amazing. We get a chance to talk to a lot of opposing managers. This guy scares managers on the other team as much as anyone.
And he gets to fly beneath the radar with the other more recognizable names in this lineup.
Kicks and deals. Line drive, and that should be extra bases. And that's going to get into the corner. Around first and hustling for second, and he's got a leadoff double. Nathaniel Lowe up to hit. Worked a walk at his first trip to the plate. Young leads off second with nobody out. Next pitch inside, and that's ball 2. And fouled off. swing and a ball popped up. Connor Falefa moving under this one. One away.
The batter, number 8, shortstop, Nate Walker.
And now, Nate Walker. This guy makes great contact. One of the best in the game at putting bat on ball.
He's got such quick hands, and he's gaining pitch recognition. That keeps him square to the plate. There's a good chance that his bat stays in the zone a long time, and that produces solid contact consistently. Such a challenge when a guy's got great velocity. He's throwing a slider over 90 miles per hour. You want to be ready to hit that fastball, but that late break just eats you up every time.
Now it's the right fielder, Nelson Cruz. And a 1-1. Swing and a miss. He was late. Strike 2. Runner at second. 2 down. And it's even up. And he deals. And down on strikes he goes. And that is the inning. 3 innings complete. We are tied 2-2. Back here at the ballpark, on to the 4th. And now Lou Gehrig. Singing, you can't ask for anything more. This guy checks all the boxes offensively.
He is the ultimate professional, and it doesn't just start at game time. It starts in the afternoon, the way he prepares and gets ready for the ball game. I tell you what, his teammates feed off of the leadership that he shows on and off the field.
Left-hand hitter waits. And misses inside. In the air to left center. That'll drop in. Plays it on a hop.
The center fielder, number 7.
Mickey Mantle will hit next. The 3-1. And a big swing and a miss.
He's pitching well, but not throwing a ton of first pitch strikes. Usually doesn't work out for success, but you can never predict baseball.
Payoff pitch. In the air, fairly deep to right field. Cruz makes the play, and there's one down.
The batter, the left fielder, Giancarlo Stanton.
Here's the left fielder, Giancarlo Stanton. The solo homer his first time. He's not going to get cheated up there.
No, he's not. He's looking to do damage with every swing he takes.
Next offering is in for a strike.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of a double play here.
And a pitch. And a foul ball. He stays alive. Here goes the runner. Comebacker to the mound. Simeon toss over to first. No chance at the double play with the runner in motion.
Now batting, catcher, Jorge Posada.
Here's the power hitting catcher, Jorge Posada. He might just be the best hitting catcher in the game today.
Well, Boog, he's so valuable, does a good job behind the plate, but offensively, he's a middle-of-the-order type of bat, especially when you talk about catchers, and their #1 job is to handle the pitching staff and prevent runs. This guy is able to add runs by producing them.
And ball 4, 2 aboard.
I don't think he really wanted to pitch to him right there anyhow.
Now batting, the second baseman,
Alfonso Soriano now at the plate. This guy has turned into a beast.
If you don't get ahead in the count, you can forget about having any success against him.
Two on, 2 outs. Chop to third. Miller picks it up. Throw gets by him at second. In there. He scores. It's 3-2.
You know, 2-out errors are kind of like 2-out walks, and sometimes even worse. You know, you think you're out of the inning, but all of a sudden you got another out to get, and the offense has a great opportunity they're looking to take advantage of and make you pay for.
It's Aaron Judge now. Flied out to center in his first at bat. Next one is off the plate, and it's 2-1.
Could be some action here on this next pitch. Couple runners on. Probably a challenge pitch coming.
2-1 on Judge. And now it's even up. And here it comes. And now it's 3-2. The pitch. Fouled off again. And it remains 3-2. Here comes the pitch. Swinging a foul ball at the plate. They'll do it again. Posada on second. Soriano on at first with 2 down. Stays alive. Here comes a 3-2. And a foul ball. He stays alive. And a pitch. And Judge spoils that one. Payoff pitch. And there's a foul ball. And a pitch. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. That ends the inning, and they limit the damage to the bottom of inning number 4 now. Yankees 3 and the Rangers 2. Welcome back. Ready to go. Bottom 4. Now the catcher for the Rangers, Pudge Rodriguez. And this is a guy that doesn't just impact the game defensively. They count on him to deliver offense.
He's the first guy at the ballpark. He's got to study opposing hitters. He's got to get familiar with his starting pitcher for that night. And he's getting in the cage to take his swings. That's a whole lot, and so many times goes unnoticed.
Safe. He beats it.
Did a nice job getting there. Good throw, but very difficult to get anybody on that one as far as you had to go and throw. You know?
Yeah, no question. No outs. Runner at first. So next to hit for Texas, Brad Miller. The 1-1.
2 balls, 1 strike.
And that one just missed off the outside edge.
No, he's really working him away this at bat. Sometimes take a little bit off velocity. Try to get a rollover, something on the ground. Stay away from that big hole on the right side of the infield.
Runner at first with no outs here. Next offering is foul back. And a 3-2. Fouled off again, and it remains 3-2. And the righty deals. That one the other way, and that should be extra bases. Throw comes in, runner stopped, second and third, nobody out.
Nice at bat right there. Not just the result, but also seeing a lot of pitches. Made him really work out there on the mound. That was a thing of beauty. He may have been a little behind the pitch, but by getting that barrel into the hitting zone early on in his swing, he was able to meet it and still shoot a line drive down the line and left. Now a great opportunity to at least tie up this game with something like a sac fly or an error in the infield, but another hit to the outfield could absolutely end it.
Puts the squeeze on that one. Runners tagging from second and third. The throw is offline, and he's in to score. It's 3-3.
Sometimes all you got to do is your job, and don't overcomplicate things. Keep it simple. Runner at third, less than 2 outs. Put the ball in play, and a nice job with the sac fly.
Now it's Marcus Semien. 0 for 1 with a fly out. Here's a 1-1. And delivers outside.
Pretty easy to give up on that pitch right there. Started on the edge of the plate with the spin. You know it's going to finish well off the plate.
One away with a runner at third. Swing and a miss. That's strike 2. Two now. Semien waits. Stays alive. The 2-2. And that misses off the outside edge. Swing and a miss, and he got him. Semien down on strikes.
Certainly a strikeout situation right there. The infield playing back, and this pitcher has to step up and get the swing and miss. Really nice job of attacking the hitter at the plate. Pretty big 2-out at bat coming up now.
Next up for Texas, Nick Solak. He struck out swinging at his first at bat. Righty delivers. Hit in the air, right field. Judge makes the catch, and that'll do it. So they pick up a run on 2 hits, no errors, and a man left. We played 4, all tied up at 3 apiece. And welcome back. Now the third baseman, DJ LeMahieu. The pitch. Bullpen action for the Rangers. John King, the southpaw, is throwing and getting that sinker dialed in. Bounced up the middle. And the leadoff man set down in their half of the 5th. Pretty good job on the mound in this one, Singy. It feels like we've seen a lot of off-balance swings.
Yeah, just one free pass, and obviously he's not a big strikeout guy, but he gets soft contact and he gets outs.
The 3-1. There's a strike. And that one is lifted in the air. Cruz in position. He makes the catch, and there's 2 down.
The first baseman, number 23, Don Mattingly.
2 outs, base is empty. Don Mattingly stepping in now for the Yankees. The next offering misses, and it's 2-1.
We got 2 balls, 1 strike.
There's a strike. wind of the pitch. Out towards left center. Garcia on the move to the right. Makes the grab, tracks it down after the long run. And that will end the inning. So the Yanks go in order. Score remains tied at 3. Bottom of the inning, and now the DH, Michael Young. The pitch. And there's a hit. Off to a good start with a leadoff knock.
Wasting no time. He's 2 for 2 now on the night, and just a triple and home run away from the cycle.
Seriously, we're starting with this already. Nathaniel Lowe stepping in for the Rangers. Next pitch is outside. Young gets his lead at first. Nobody out. Next one misses. Ball 3.
So important for him to control the heart rate right now. He's got to go through the heart of this lineup.
This one high in the air to left center. Mantle. He ranges to his right. And there's one away.
The batter, number 8, shortstop, Nate.
Up next for the Rangers, Nate Walker. You talk about the power and the speed together.
Well, we knew he was going to be a stud just coming up, making his way through the minor leagues, and quickly at this level, an impact player.
Right-hander kicks, deals. And there's a ball. And the pitch. Swing and a foul. Pushed off to the right. And that will get out of play. That one ripped. And there's a hit. Throw into third. In there. He's safe.
Love how he let that ball travel, trusted his hands. Nice job of going the other way.
And now Nelson Cruz. 1 for 2 with a 2-run homer back in the first. And a swing and a miss. Huge strikeout there.
Oh, really expanded the zone right there with that fastball off the outside corner of the plate. Got him to chase it. That's a tough one to lay off of because it starts close to you and just continues to run away from you in that batter's box. So it's a really nice pitch with 2 strikes.
Stepping in, Pudge Rodriguez. This guy, one of the best contact men in the sport as well. Outstanding on the defensive end.
Well, that sets up a really big at-bat in this game. These are the moments when everyone in the stadium gets really locked in.
Jordan Montgomery into the game. This won't be easy for him as he comes in with the bases loaded.
Well, I think that what makes him so tough against left-handers is he hides the ball for a long time. And from that same side, harder for you to determine which part of the plate it's going to end up on.
2 outs, bases full. Here's the third baseman, Brad Miller.
Really good piece of hitting last time, going to the opposite field. You know, this is kind of a tough matchup as a left-handed hitter facing a left-handed pitcher. What you tell yourself is, I want to stay square to the plate, try to hit the ball over the shortstop's head.
Ball 4, and a run comes in to score.
You get a walk, and you get a walk. Everyone gets a walk, Boog.
So 2 down. Here's the center fielder, Adolis Garcia. He's 0 for 1. The pitch. And a foul ball. He stays alive. on the ground. They get the force, and the inning is over. We're through 5. It's the Rangers 4 and the Yankees 3. New pitcher on here, Brett Martin, and he'll do his best to hang on to this lead.
Well, at this point of the ball game, we're talking about middle innings, and you need a little length out of this arm coming out of the bullpen. We'll see just how many outs he's able to give his skipper.
Back here at the ballpark, start of the 6th, Jon Sciambi with Chris Singleton, and leading off, Lou Gehrig. Here's a 1-1. And now 2-1 after that missed inside.
2-1 the count now. He hasn't seen a fastball yet, but you've got to be ready to hit one because you doubt the pitcher wants this to go to a 3-1 count.
The 2-1. And it's fouled away. The wide to kick the pitch. Some activity in the bullpen for Texas. John King, a lefty, looks to be getting himself ready. The big lefty turns, kicks, deals. And it's ball 4. He missed down low.
Well, he earned his trip to first right there. It's not easy laying off pitches that just miss the zone like that. And it's a real discipline as well. He's put a lot of work into that aspect of his game, and it paid off right there.
The 1-1. Gets the outside corner with that one.
Definitely not a pitch location you're expecting up there as a hitter when you know the guy's got a good sinker ball. If you can get in that location, boy, you've got to look top to bottom, and that's going to make it very difficult to hit.
Garrett aboard here at first with nobody out. Kicks and deals. Oh, now this one gets away at the plate.
Well, obviously that was nowhere near the strike zone by the time it got to the plate. People at home watching are thinking, what's he swinging at? But I'll tell you, some of the break guys snapped off these days is just devastating. It can be so tough to recognize where a pitch like that's going to end up.
Giancarlo Stanton stepping in now for the Yankees. He's already homered here in this one.
Definitely wants to stay out of the double play here. Ball on the ground in the infield. Should be an inning-ending double play.
The pitch. Ground ball, could be 2. To second, that's 1. On to first, double play, and that's the inning.
They made it look easy, but it started with a nice feed to the second baseman from the shortstop. Perfect turn, and they're out of this jam.
Well, we go bottom 6, and the batter now, Marcus Semien. And he deals. On the ground right side. Sends it to first, and Semien is out.
Now batting, left fielder, Nick Solak.
Here's a speed threat, Nick Solak. And now the lefty.
Nope, inside, ball 2.
To the right side. Got him on the off-balance throw. And a couple of quick outs.
The batter, number 10, designated hitter,
Michael Young stepping in for the Rangers. Up the middle. On to first. And that is the 3rd out of the inning. Rangers go down quickly there, but they hold on to a 4-3 lead. So out of the pen comes the right-hander, Matt Bush.
Number 51, Matt Bush.
And now the switch hitting catcher, Jorge Posada. He launched a solo shot back in the second inning of this one.
Yeah, that was big for these guys early on. Definitely helped them get off on the right foot.
Swings and misses. And the count 1-2. The tying run at the plate. And now the count is even. Up the middle, Walker handles. Fires over to first. And the leadoff hitter set down to open the seventh.
Now batting, second baseman, Alfonso Soriano.
Alfonso Soriano stepping in now for the Yankees.
A lot of times you're looking for a guy to get that tying run on base, but because of the power, you want him to tie up the game with one swing here.
Right-handed reliever. That one inside, and it's 2-1. Kicks and fires. That one drifts inside.
At this point in the game, you cannot issue free passes. He's going to have to challenge this hitter. Hitter's got to be ready to swing it.
And the right-hander deals. And that one is lifted in the air. Cruz right there to make the grab. And there's two away.
The right fielder, number 99, Aaron.
Here comes Aaron Judge. The next pitch misses, and that's ball 3. Looking to get the tying run on base. Bounced out to short. Throws across the diamond. Judge out on the play. And that is that. Yanks held in check. Still down a run. It's 4-3. Welcome back. Bottom of the 7th. And here's the first baseman, Nathaniel Lowe. The wind and the pitch. Ripped to short, snagged on a bounce. Tosses to first, and a quick out, number 1.
The batter, number 8, shortstop, Nate Walker.
So next to hit for Texas, Nate Walker. He is quite an athlete. I mean, you look around the other sports, basketball, football, you feel like he could thrive in one of those sports too. Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit.
All over that one right there. Textbook bat control right there. Got a pitch on the outside, saw it deep into the zone, and just barreled it up, went the other way for the knock. And now they've got some speed on first, so we'll see if they try to get him into motion.
Next to bat will be the Texas cleanup hitter, Nelson Cruz. And it was a homer back in the first inning that got his day started at the plate.
Yeah, Boog, a 2-run blast. His fans were just still getting into their seats here at the ballpark. So if you showed up late to this one, you missed out on a big moment early on.
Montgomery keeping an eye on him. Walker stands at first with one out.
Runner.
Here comes the pitch. Runner breaks for second. Next offering is fouled back. Throw to first, and he dives back in safely. Another move to first, and he's back again. Runner goes again. This one in the dirt. And there's no throw. He's in there at second with a stolen base. That's a wild pitch as he moves into scoring position. Now the catcher up to hit, Pudge Rodriguez. Singy, he's a guy that covers both sides of the plate about as well as anyone in the sport. How difficult is that to do?
Well, just look at the back of my bubblegum card. You'll see how hard it is. These guys are great, man. They have the ability to look out there, but also to be able to turn on the inside pitch. Those that can really sharpen things on the outer half, those are the ones that become elite.
2-1 now.
Nope, outside.
Back-to-back breaking pitches away, you get the feeling as a hitter that the pitcher's afraid of you, that he doesn't want to challenge you. So I think the confidence level is raised right here.
3-1 now. So now 2 on and 2 outs.
And he reluctantly takes his walk.
Now batting, third baseman
Brad Miller stepping in for the Rangers. And a pitch. Swing and a ball lifted left field. Stanton makes the catch, and that'll do it. Rangers leave a pair, and it remains a 4-3 game. They hand the ball over to a new arm, Joe Barlow.
number 68. Joe Barlow.
And welcome back. Ready to begin the 8th. Now the third baseman, DJ LeMahieu. The count 2-1. Check swing, and that's a ball. Activity in the bullpen. Paul Lee appears to be getting ready, and I'm sure he's feeling some nerves. This would be his major league debut. Payoff pitch. That's to third, and it's just foul. That was close. And there's ball 4.
Well, a breaking ball in that 3-2 count kind of tells you that that's the pitch he has the most confidence in right now. Just couldn't find the strike zone.
Here's the Yankees leadoff hitter, Isaiah Kiner-Falefa. The pitch. That one fouled off with a single base runner because of all the power. They are dangerous to tie this thing up or take the lead. At the belt and fires. And a swing and a miss. First out in the top of the 8th.
Well, they've had a great plan of attack for him tonight. I mean, finding all the holes in his swing and his approach, just frustrating for him up there. You strike out a guy 3 times in a game, I think that guy's got to go back and really study some video with his hitting coach, figure out how they're beating him, make this adjustment really quick, because word will get around the league in a hurry.
And here is Don Mattingly. Next pitch misses, and a count 2-1. Righty to the plate. And he walked him.
You know, Boog, it's been said these guys are savages in the box. You can see it right there with such tight plate discipline.
Digging in, Lou Gehrig.
He's been such a good hitter with runners in scoring position. Some guys just take it to another level. For him right now at the plate, it's like everyone else is in slow motion and he's in full speed.
Two on, one out. Swings and misses. 1-2. Left-hand hitter waits. This one in the air, center field. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. 2 down. Mickey Mantle, the next to hit. This is what stat nerds like myself might call a high leverage situation.
Yeah, Boog, not sure what the numbers say, but clearly an at-bat that could change the course of this game dramatically.
Big spot. 2 out. Both the tying and go-ahead runs are aboard. Chop to the right side, and he grabs it foul.
Definitely got the hitter conscious of the pitch inside. Really think the outer half is open.
Two outs. Good eye in that spot.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
2 on, 2 outs. And that one wrapped foul.
Well, he knows they don't want to give him anything to hit, but when you've got opportunities to drive in runs, you've got to expand the zone. He's capable of going out there and doing damage with it.
Here's the 2-2. And that one missing low. And here it comes. And a swing and a miss. And he's down on strikes for the second time today.
He's in a tough spot, had to make a great pitch, did it, got the strikeout, gets out of the jam. Clearly, he's happy with those results.
Bottom of the 8th. And now the center fielder, Adolis Garcia. Swing and a miss as he was out front that time. And the pitch. Hard hit right side. Whips it to first. And that's one away as the leadoff man is out in the 8th.
Number 2, second baseman, Marcus Semien.
Now it's the second baseman, Marcus Semien. Back to the mound. On the run, sends it over to first. And Semien is out.
First of all, that's just a nice job to even get to that ball. And then even more impressive was the throw. Off balance, had to try to, in the air, get his shoulders turned and make a strong throw. Does show off the strength of the arm. We're usually used to seeing that kind of arm strength from the shortstop.
And now it's going to be Nick Solak. Lays out. He's got it. Gathers and throws. And very nicely done for the out.
First, it looks like making the stop is the hardest part, but feeding to the pitcher on the move, I think even tougher. Great job of hitting that moving target. They're going to be fired up in the dugout.
Paul Lee gets the call from the pen on for his major league debut. So we'll see if he's ready for the big stage. Back here at the ballpark, we go to the 9th, and now it's Giancarlo Stanton.
Well, look out here. He's going to come up ready to swing in this situation.
The pitch. This one chopped on the ground, but foul. Next pitch is downstairs. And he deals. And a swing and a miss. Now one away.
Well, that's a curveball that people like to describe as a hammer or Uncle Charlie, and you can see why. It's not a looping slow curve. He throws it hard, and it gets plenty of bite on the end.
Here's the Yankees catcher now, Jorge Posada. 1-1 now. Swing and a miss, and he was fooled. Here comes a pitch. That one hammered, but pulled foul. And the righty deals. Stays alive. Got him. Back-to-back strikeouts.
This is definitely what a team likes to see out of their closer. Come in and just destroy all hope. First two batters, 2 strikeouts. See if he can strike out the side.
And up next for New York, Alfonso Soriano. 2-2 now. In the air, left side. Solak moving under it. And that'll do it. Ball game. The Rangers collect their first win of the season.
The ball for his first career save deserves to be on display at his house. I mean, it's kind of like when a restaurant frames its first dollar bill somewhere on a wall. You just can't forget your first save.
4-3 our final score. They hang on to win it by a run. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew here at MLB The Show, thanks for stopping by. I'm John Shambi. Talk to you soon.
Final line score for our ballgame tonight. For the victorious Rangers, 4 runs on 8 hits, 1 error. They left 8 runners on base. For the Yankees, 3 runs on 3 hits, no errors. They left 5 men on base. Time of the ballgame, 3 hours and 7 minutes. Thank you for joining us here this evening. We remind you to please drive home safely.
moving.